Samuel. I thought we lost you. It's good to see you here without your family. Hopefully you came willingly.
I shouldn't be here.
Well, you're here now. So let's talk. How are you feeling? Anything you need to get off your conscience? Your mother tells me a lot of colleges are looking at you.
I'm not going to college. I'm traveling.
Well, I understand that's what you want, but think about what your parents want. I'm sure putting you through all the prep schools wasn't easy.
Are you shitting me? It was their pleasure sending me away. My parents didn't have to work any harder bossing around their peasants to put me through St. Andrews.
So what brought you here? Last looks at religion before you run away from it?
No. I just came to pack the newest brochures in my bag before I head out.
You're making this so hard on yourself.
What do you want me to tell you? I came here to find God? I don't buy morals sold in brochures.
Put it away.
Hey, does Barbara still do communion? Yeah, I remember when Barbara couldn't serve communion because she had both her wrists in a cast. She was trying to get a family of raccoons out of her pool, and so she was using a pool noodle after a little too much scotch. And she slipped and landed on her wrist. So for the next month, she had to walk around like a baby T-Rex with her huge glasses. Hey, her husband died, right?
No. Barbara died.
Oh.
She passed a month ago.
I'm sorry. You know, I fell in love too.
Does she love you?
She did. She's dead now. That's why I'm leaving. I've got to find something new.
That's no reason to leave your family, Sam.
She was the only reason I wasn't leaving them. We both got drunk at my place, and so she tried to drive home, so I called her to make sure she made it back okay. And I was on the phone with her when she hit a tree. We talked for 5 minutes before she went. I couldn't even show up to her funeral.
You can't blame yourself, Samuel. My mom was a psychologist. It's all she ever wanted to be. She was a psychologist first, mother second, and a wife third. After one of her first patients committed suicide, she couldn't handle the job anymore. She quit her practice and never worked again. Now she's left with a family that she never wanted. It slowly destroyed her. She fell into depression. My dad tried to help her through it, but both my dad and I knew neither of us were the solution. My dad started drinking. Gave up on my mom. Shortly after, she gave up on us. Let herself go. My dad was a mess. I moved back home and worked for my dad so I could care for him, but it was really hard. He would come into work so drunk, I'd almost fight him just to put the bottle down. And we would just yell at each other all day. I absolutely hated him. Then, suddenly he died. His body just couldn't take it anymore. I started blaming myself. I couldn't help my mom, couldn't help my dad, and they both died. I got into drugs. Eventually, I hit rock bottom. And that's where I found God. He did what I could never do. He pulled me out of death's hands. He helped me realize that all I needed to do was love my father. I couldn't even go there when he was alive, but all I needed to do was love him. He's dead now. But I love him. I'm sober now. I accept the past, and I don't blame myself anymore. God did that for me. If traveling is your God, then follow it. Just don't run away from your remorse and call it travel.
Did he find you? Or did you just happen to need him?
Time's up.